In this demonstration of the new sketch tool, we're going to take a look at how we can work effectively with imported data. Here we're going to bring in a DXF file. It's the rotor from a disc brake. We import the geometry into our NX session, and it's just a series of lines and arcs. There's no intelligence associated with them. So how do we work with them? Well, the first thing I'm going to do is to create a sketch, and then I'm going to add these imported curves into my sketch. Now that I've included the imported curves into my sketch, I can start to make alterations. I can simply select the outer diameter, for example, and drag it. If I want a more specific size, I can create a dimension and either drag that to size or input a value. The new solver is continually evaluating and making intelligent assumptions based on the geometry selected. Here you can see, as I select one of the ventilation holes, that all of the equal diameter holes are found. So to make a change to all of them is very, very easy. The key point here is that I'm not having to create any of these relations. The solver is finding them for me. Again, if I want to modify the inner diameter, notice it finds the relations, they are highlighted on the screen, and as I change that internal diameter, these relations are maintained. This enables me to concentrate on the design task in hand and not worry about creating geometric constraints. Let's take a look at another modification, this time to the PCD of a group of holes on the disc rotor itself. Notice that relations have been automatically found by the new solver, so that when I change the outer diameter of the brake rotor, that the PCD moves with it. The ability for the solver to find these relations makes for a far more productive user experience. So we'll make one more modification to our brake disc to illustrate the power of the new NX sketch tool. This time we're going to make a modification to all of the inner profiles. Here we construct some reference geometry and then select the geometry that we want to modify. Again, you notice all of the found relations are displayed. This time we're going to rotate all of those inner profiles around the central axis, and we can do this by simply dragging them to position. If we want to be more accurate, we can use the reference geometry to align it to the y-axis. And there we are, our change is complete. So in this short demonstration, you've seen how NX makes it easy to work with imported data. You saw how I brought in a DXF file. I added the curves in that DXF file into a sketch and then proceeded to make a number of modifications. All of the hard work was being done in the background for me with the new sketch solver. It was recognizing relations. It was making assumptions intelligently. All I had to worry about was size and position. The new NX sketch tool, released in June 2020, really makes working with imported data simple.